Hey everyone, welcome to West New York Brews. Oh my goodness. My name is Scott. I'm a home brewer just outside of Buffalo, New York, and on this episode, I have no voice. You can probably tell. I'm going to do the best that I can, but I am live on Twitter and YouTube right now, and we're going to talk about this week's Buffalo Beer Buzz. It's just me this week, and I'm coming from, once again, the most boring room in my house where everything is just a little bit off-white. If you have never seen it, you should check it out on Twitter and on YouTube at twitter.com/WNY Brews and youtube.com/WNY Brews. I want to let you know, I feel like this is like an ASMR type podcast where I'm really, really soft. I'm sorry. Completely lost my voice yesterday, so this is actually better than that. But we missed out last week, and I didn't want to miss out a second week. So we're talking about the Buffalo Beer Buzz this week, which is titled New Beer at Southern Tier, 12 Gates, CBW Elmwood Tap Room, New York State Craft Brewers Fest, Kegs and Eggs, Steelbound Anniversary Thin Man Design Contest. As always, you can find those posted by Brian Campbell at buffalobeerleague.com and, of course, at stepoutbuffalo.com. And we'll start talking about it right after we get a little bit of the theme song going. So let's do that. Brian just he's at the Pilot Light Pub tonight out in Eden. They're closing soon, so he's hanging out at the Pilot Light. So I am flying solo this week and doing the best I can with my voice. So I want to let you know before we get into this too deep that we are a member of the Hopped Up Network. I'm going to share the screen right here for people who are on Twitter and YouTube. The Hopped Up Network is a podcast network of independent beer podcasts, mostly regional beer podcasts. And when you go to their website, hoppedupnetwork.com, you find all the latest episodes from people who are putting out. And then if you type on podcasts, you get all their podcasts. If you're following along with me here, there's a couple of Buffalo ones. There's the Buffalo Brews podcast. There's Drinking Points. I don't think they've updated in a couple of years, but Drinking Points was a Buffalo beer podcast. There's a South Jersey podcast. I think the Speak podcast. Where were they out of? Does it say? The Speak might have been Buffalo too. Their last episode was in 2021, so some of these are updated, some of them not so much. But West New York Brews is part of this, and so is Buffalo Brews. So check it out. It's hoppedupnetwork.com. If you want to support this podcast and you do some shopping on Amazon, as I'm sure most of us do, right? If you go to buffalobeerleague.com/Amazon, it'll take you directly to Amazon, but through our affiliate link. So anything that you purchase, we would get a small pennies basically per purchase. And that's on anything, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just the Amazon program because you went to Amazon because I told you to. They want to give us some money. So go to Amazon and go buy something. Anything you're going to buy anyway. I can't. Because if I could, the way my kids spend money, it'd be pretty impressive. How else? Oh, please leave a review. If you leave a review, we still have these shirts that we're giving away, the Raglan shirts with the 3/4 length sleeves and the breweries on the back, I think from 2018. It's a nice enough shirt. I wear it every once in a while, especially on fall days, because with the 3/4 length sleeves, it's nice. I like to pull my sleeves up anyway, no matter what. So they're nice. If you leave a review and you let us know on Twitter, twitter.com/WNY Brews, let me know and we'll either get you a shirt or mail you a shirt. We have larges and extra larges left. Even if you've already left a review, leave a review somewhere else, like on Spotify or on Apple. So I think that's good. Let's go right into the Buffalo Beer Buzz this week, and I am going to share it so that people who are watching on Twitter and YouTube can see it. I am so sorry if me not having a voice bothers you. I feel weird talking like this, but this is the best I can do right now. I literally cannot sing, and that's my whole job is singing. So it's been rough. Southern Tier. Let's start with Southern Tier Brewing to release a new summer variety pack. So that's fun, right? You go camping like I do, a new summer variety pack. I'm going to read what Brian wrote here. And it says Southern Tier is thinking about the warmer weather with their new summer variety pack, which features 4 new wheat ales with flavors of mango, raspberry, grapefruit, and blueberry. So the summer variety pack is a 12 pack of 12-ounce cans that is only available this season and features mango rays, raspberry shine, ruby red surf, and blueberry sea. Each beer clocks in at an easy drinking 5%. The summer variety pack will be available soon wherever great craft beer is sold. And I'm smiling as I say that because we talk about it all the time. Like, what do you write there? Right. And of course, at all Southern Tier Brewing tap rooms. This to me feels like a hey, we're kind of losing out to some seltzers. Let's see what we could put out uh, in that range, even though they're not seltzers. They're fruity wheat ales. So look for those wherever great craft beer is sold. And next, if you're on the live or you're watching this later, we have a conceptual drawing of the new CBW to open their new tap room on Elmwood. And that was their secret that they announced just last week. So Community Beer Works has announced plans to open a second location at 976 Elmwood Avenue later this year. The new location will be located on the corner of Elmwood and Bidwell. So the 5,260 square foot space will offer a focus on beer and food pairings, unique collaborations, events, curated grab and go options, and more. They will also offer park friendly entrees and to go options. I'm going to read that sentence again. They will also offer park friendly entrees and to go options. So, Brian, as a writer, and I do a lot of voiceover, and I've done literally thousands of reads, and you can tell that Brian writes really well because when I read it, I don't generally get tripped up. I did get tripped up that time, but I think it's my fault for not reading the word entrees correctly. Additional offerings will be announced at a later date. Their current 7th Street location will remain open, although CBW will keep their options open as to how to envision the future of the space. I think I heard that they were talking about events and banquets at the 7th Street location. Please excuse my voice. I know I've apologized a couple of times, but I'm so sorry. So, the New York State Craft Brewers Fest returns to Canalside on June 24th. My mom just tagged me in this on Facebook today, like, hey, did you see this? Like, I saw this because I read the Buffalo Beer Buzz every week. I'm sorry, that was so shameless. The New York State Craft Brewers Festival, Buffalo, returns to Canalside on June 24th. The annual event is produced by the New York State Brewers Association and the West New York Brewers Guild. This year will feature fresh craft beer from over 50 breweries from every corner of the state, and attendees can meet the people who make the beer they love while enjoying live music, local food trucks, artisan vendors, axe throwing, and more. Axe throwing. Is it weird that axe throwing has become like so connected to beer? Is it just me? I feel like every one of them, it's a tap room or not tap room. It's a beer venue and axe throwing. I guess maybe it's like bowling, right? Yeah. Can you join a league? I'm sure you can join a league. So you can find out more about the information here, and that is a link to thinknewyorkdrinknewyork.com. That's thinknydrinkny.com/Buffalo. And you can find those links easily at buffalobeerleague.com and click on the Buffalo Beer Buzz, or at stepoutbuffalo.com and click on the Buffalo Beer Buzz. So 12 Gates is brewing. 12 Gates Brewing taps an exclusive new porter in Eville, in Ellicottville. They have tapped their first exclusive beer at 12 Gates of Ellicottville. Their Peruvian porter, made with organic Peruvian coffee beans from Ellicottville Coffee Company, is light-bodied and full of flavor with roasted coffee flavor with a subtle hint of chocolate. According to head brewer Matt Gordon, Matt in the Hat, the brewery aimed for a lighter summer porter that focused more on the chocolate notes, while the beans bring all of the roast and coffee flavors. Peruvian Porter is on draft right now. Oh, speaking of on draft right now, I know we haven't talked about it in a couple of weeks, but it's Thursday night, which means it's the innovation series at Big Ditch, and we probably already missed it because it's almost 10 p.m. But they did put on two more sixtels, their last two sixtels of the Straight Edge Turtle, which is the NA beer that we talked about at the Collaboration Beer Festival. And you can find the video for that on this YouTube channel, youtube.com/WNY Brews, or the last podcast episode, maybe two podcast episodes ago, was the Collaboration Beer Festival. We talked about the Straight Edge Turtle. So there's a possibility this weekend of getting one on draft at Big Ditch, depending on how many they went through tonight, because they only had two sixtels left. All right, let's keep going. Steelbound. It is their 5th anniversary. Steelbound Brewery, 5th anniversary weekend celebrations. So Steelbound Brewery and Distillery are taking the entire weekend, May 5th through 6th, to celebrate their 5th anniversary. The brewery will introduce 2 new tequilas for Cinco de Mayo on May 5th, Blanco and Reposada. I am so sorry. I'm going to look that up as soon as I'm done talking, all right? Reposada. Will be given away. We'll be giving away free margarita glasses, and we'll have food and drink specials. Then May 6th, of course, is Derby Day, as Steelbound will release 4 new bourbons. 4 new bourbons. This is the first time I just read that. New York aged 2 years in American White Oak, New York aged in California Port Barrel, Powerhouse, and High Rye, and we'll have food and drink specials. Wear a derby hat, and your first drink is just $1. Oh, that's awesome. Celebrations will happen at all 3 of Steelbound's locations. Those are in Ellicottville, Dunkirk, and of course, Springville. So, Cinco de Mayo Kegs and Eggs. It's May 7th. Cinco de Mayo Kegs and Eggs will be. Hold on. I am reading. It says, spend your Cinco de Mayo with Resurgence Brewing at their Cinco de Mayo Kegs and Eggs on May 5th at 10 a.m. But the picture says May 7th. Find out more at Resurgence. Go look out their website, all right? The event will feature food, cocktail, and beer specials, including a Mexican-style cold IPA brewed with lime and El Dorado hops. Cold IPAs, they're taking over. They're getting there. Tres Leche Blonde Stout, which is a blonde stout with vanilla. Tequila Pilsner, lightly fruited with prickly pear, barrel aged in a tequila barrel. Baja Seltzer, which is an orange seltzer with lime. Ooh, I can't pronounce this word. Oaxaca Mexican lager, conditioned on agave syrup, tangerine puree, and Central American herb ruda. The brewery will also offer a margarita flight, classic, strawberry, pineapple jalapeno, and blackberry. That sounds awesome. I have somebody in the house here who absolutely loves margaritas. It's my 9-year-old. I'm sorry, it's my wife. Loves margaritas, and a margarita flight sounds awesome. Classic, strawberry, pineapple jalapeno, and blackberry. All right, last thing. And again, sorry for the voice. This is the best I got tonight. Design the next great Thin Man Brewery beer can. Want to have your artwork? You ready? Want to have your artwork featured on Thin Man's next release? The brewery has teamed up with art collective Left Turn to offer a shot at having your work on display at their Elmwood tap room and on an upcoming beer label. All design assets can be found here. And that's a link that, of course, you can find at the Buffalo Beer Buzz. It's a link to Dropbox. So go to buffalobeerleague.com/buffalo, or no, go to buffalobeerleague.com and click on the Buffalo Beer Buzz. Go all the way down to the bottom where it says design the next great Thin Man Brewery beer can, and click on that link. All right. The winning design will be featured on an upcoming beer label, as well as on a 36 by 48-inch canvas in Thin Man Elmwood's tap room in the game room for 6 months. 2 runners-up will have their design featured in the tap room with a plaque. All entries are due June 1st at midnight. I like it. So if you're, well, I guess there's there's a drop box, right? So maybe it's probably just digital. But I have a image in my head of somebody like driving and running in the rain, parking and finally getting to Thin Man Elmwood at 11:57 p.m. on June 1st at midnight. When you say midnight, it's probably, right? Like the midnight between June 1st and June 2nd is my best guess. All right. So that is all of the Buffalo Beer Buzz news for this week. If you want this in your email inbox, go to buffalobeerleague.com, and on the right-hand side is where you can sign up for the email list. And once a week, excluding last week because we didn't record, I didn't send out, once a week at most, we send you an email with all of the articles that have been posted on buffalobeerleague.com. That includes this week, the Community Beer Works tap room article, the Canal Side Brewers Fest article, Resurgence to the Rescue article, the Stevie Johnson to release a new children's book at Resurgence article. That's all in the email this week. So if you want that in your email inbox, subscribe to our mailing list and we'll send it out on Fridays. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry it was just me. I'm going to apologize for my voice one last time. And next week, I hope to be at full strength. So have a wonderful weekend. Get out and celebrate Buffalo Beer. We will talk to you next week. We go out with Beer Ramblers with You Can't Buy Beer with Condolences. You can find them on Facebook. Check them out. We'll talk to you next week.